Good morning, everybody, and welcome to another episode of Sky Chopper 420 version 2.0. It's a very overcast but very beautiful September morning here. I think it's officially September the 27th. And as we just, kill some time before today's next festivities start as part of our part 1 of 3 series weekend IRL road trip series, which will be going all the way through till the end of October. We are here. We actually started our series yesterday, so hopefully if you didn't catch that stream, you can have some time today to catch the VOD. It's up. We had a great time. This is a 3-day event that we're attending. What up, Roofer? And yesterday was day 1. Today's going to be the busy day. Today's the day I'm excited about. Everything doesn't start till about 11. We probably won't show up till around 2 because that's when all the activities that I want to attend start. And then we'll go on through the evening. They got all sorts of stuff going on today. But in the meantime, let's do a little flying. I found a really beautiful spot. I know a lot of you guys enjoy that. So I'm going to go ahead and click off of me, and we're going to get this in the air. So give me just 1 second here. Hopefully this is working. Yep, I see image. Excellent. Let's go. Give me 1 second to launch. All right. Let's get our bearings here. Excellent. Welcome everybody in the chat. Let me kind of get set up with you guys. I know, man, I need to get a haircut here pretty soon. Roofer, I agree 100%. It's getting a little wild. Yeah, what a beautiful little area we're in. I'll kind of give you guys a little 360. And then we'll do a little flying around. Oh, I was wondering why my brightness was kind of low. There we go. Alright, a lot better on me. Yeah, no worries, man. It was a fun stream, but today I think is going to be a lot funner, Roofer. So hopefully you'll be able to make it today. And tomorrow we even should do a little bit of a stream. Oh, they do have another lake. Heck yeah, let's go check out that lake. Get a little bit of air. There's basically 2 lakes that you can fish from at this location. Let's go check out this other lake. But what a gorgeous view. Now, for any of my friends that are here in the state of New Mexico, and this goes for a lot of other states, today is National Fishing Weekend. And in our state, what they do to celebrate National Fishing Weekend is they let people go fish for free. So you can actually go to any public water and fish for free. Now, that's just here in the state of New Mexico. Oh, let me get you a little better view. See if we see any fishies. Fishy, fishy, fishies. No, no fishies. Oh, wow, they've got some other... Oh, I think that's a golf course over here. Let's go check that out. Hell yeah. Crossing the train tracks. I think we're good. Yeah. Oh, looks like we got some people playing some golf. Let's go check out, see how they're doing. Ooh, are we about to do a putt? Let's see. Get in that hole. Ooh, I think you got it in. Good job, bro. Let's go. Hell yeah. So it looks like the golf course got its own little bit of water. Oh yeah, they've got a few bits of water. But I hope everybody had a great Friday. I hope everybody's having a great start to their weekend. I am. For those of you that have been following me for a bit, you know me, ever since I've gotten this drone, I fell in love with it. So anytime I have the opportunity to do some drone flying, I will take it. And I found a really nice spot this morning, and we are here. So yeah, just enjoy. I kind of just like doing this to show you guys some really beautiful scenery. Lets me get out my addiction. Do a little fly over the water, slow down a bit. What a beautiful area. Looks like they got this. Ooh, they got a little island. I didn't see that. You can actually walk kind of into the middle of the lake. Oh, that's badass. So you can fish on the outside of the lake, and you can kind of basically set up on the inside of the lake. Fancy. But we're here in the South Valley of Albuquerque. That's right there in front of you here. I'll zoom in for you a bit. That's I-25 coming in Albuquerque. So if you head north on I-25, this freeway will eventually kind of start looping. See, there's the loop right there. Or the curve. See where everybody's curving? And then that takes you right into Albuquerque. Oh, look at them low clouds right there. Yeah, that's the freeway. Crosses the river, the Rio Grande, which you can see is very dry right now. Pretty cool, huh? But yeah, we're going to have a really fun day today. Like I said, I hope you guys can check it out if you have some time. It's going to be a pretty long stream. We'll probably start, like I said, around 2 mid-afternoon, and that's going to be Mountain Standard Time. And then we're going to go all the way till the evening. I think their last event pretty much goes up until like 10:30, 11. Now, I don't know if I'll make it that late just because, you know, I'm getting old and I get kind of physically tired on these long streams. But hey, we'll try our best, man. We shall try our best. What's back here? Oh, let's go check out the river. Forgot the river's right behind us. Let's get a little bit of more air here. I think we're pretty fine, but you never know. Alright, keep your eyes out for some coyotes or wildlife. Hopefully we don't get knocked down by a hawk. Alright, actually somebody knock on some wood in chat for me. But yeah, today they've got a lot of cool little events. I don't even want to spoil it. I'll just let you guys see. But they've got a lot of cool workshops that we're going to be attending. They've got all the vendor booths that I don't really want to walk through anymore. But that was fun. Ooh, let's zoom in and see if we can see any wildlife. And they got all sorts of stuff going on today.
Alright, keep your eyes out for some coyotes. They like to come hang out when it's like this. What's up, Sinful? Follow the tracks. I'm looking for some, Jose. Let's go to somewhere where there's muddy. Actually, look at, there's some stuff right here, it looks like. Let's see. Let's go check it out. Ooh, what's that? Kind of zoom. Whoa, what was that? Let's check this out. It's kind of interesting. Let's investigate a bit. It's like a box or something. Let me get a little lower here. Actually, that's probably as low as we're going to get because we're getting a little interference. Alright, let's see if this helps a bit. Huh. Interesting. It kind of looks like a box, huh? Alright, you guys see any tracks? I see like people been out four-wheeling. There's some four-wheel tracks. There's something right there. What's that? It's like somebody was trying to make a little brush fire there. Maybe somebody did a little camp in there. Ooh, there's something over here. What's this? I see orange. I like river hunting. You never know what you're going to find. What up, I see you? What up, Gold Girl? What up, everybody in chat? Yeah, you never know what you'll find over here by the old river. What's this? Let's see if we can see from here. It's like a, oh, parking sign. Parking sign. Alright, let's continue cruising and see if we see any other wildlife. I don't see any birds really. Usually there's a lot of cranes and stuff this time of the year. The RC signal likes me higher because of those trees though. So this is about as far high as we can stay. But we'll just have to use the zoom. And just tire tracks there. Ooh, hold on. Those look interesting. Hold on. No. Those are some birdie tracks right there. You get a little lower. Let's see. Oh, a lot of little tracks there. Interesting. I don't know if those are wheel tracks. I don't think they are. I don't know. I think they are actually. It's kind of confusing. Anyways, you know me. I'm not a fucking animal wildlife tracker. All right. That was fun. Keep your eye out down here. Ooh. What the hell? Bigfoot. Bigfoot. Bro, you think that's a Bigfoot? What up, Tie-Dye Gammy? Dude, do you think that's Bigfoot building something? Holy crap. What the hell? Keep your eyes peeled out. Huh. Very interesting. Very, very interesting. Let's follow the ditch for a bit, see if we see any wildlife down here. forgot how slow my gimbal is. In cine mode. No wildlife yet. But I hope everybody's having a great day in the chat. Good day to your Saturday. We're just here chilling, killing some time here this morning before the festivities start later today. But yeah, hopefully around 2:30, let's just say 1:30 my time, which is Central Standard Time. Wait, no, we're not Central Standard Time. We're Mountain Standard Time. Excuse me. So about 1:30 to 2 o'clock Mountain Standard Time, and I'll have the notification out. That's when I'll be most likely going live. And yeah, we're gonna have a lot of fun today. I'm excited. Beautiful day. It's not very hot. Not a lot of weather. Weather is good. Excuse me. Not a lot of weather. Look at those beautiful clouds. I love it down here in the South Valley. It's so beautiful. But yeah, I just wanted to share this with you guys. Anytime I get a chance to go fly, you know, I love to fly. Let's go check out the forest, see if we see anything interesting. I still think we're going to find a Bigfoot. To find in the forest. See, look at that. Looks like somebody's been trampling stuff down right there, dude. That's a Bigfoot bedding right there. I'm just kidding. Just being dumb. Let's do one more zoom around the lake here. They actually have two lakes. They got one right there, and then one right here. And they got this really cool little island in the middle, so you can fish around the lake, or you can just go to this little island in the middle. We're here in New Mexico. We're here in the southern valley of Albuquerque, New Mexico, to be more specific. We're here for the Morgue and Crypt Horror Festival, which started yesterday. So if you didn't catch my stream from yesterday, the VOD is still up. Check it out. Today will be day 2 of what is supposed to be a 3-day event. Today is going to be the best, I think, of the 3-day events. More stuff to do today. Let's check out this little field here. Look for some dead bodies. Keep your eyes out. Just kidding. Just being silly. But yeah, gorgeous day to do a little bit of some drone flying. Alright, we're going to come in for a little landing. I know, tie-dye gammy, but they got a lot of other fun stuff. But yeah, if you don't like clowns and clown suits, especially scary clowns, yeah, I wouldn't watch the VOD, because we saw a lot of them. I think I had Michael from Halloween kind of press me a bit. I think that's what you'd call it. It was a little bit scary, I'm not going to lie. It was definitely a scary situation. I would hope that's what we would just call a soft press, but I hope I don't run into Michael again today. Alright, let's come in for our landing here. Oh, let's do it. Pretty view of now. Even more prettier right there. All right, hold on, guys, because I'm going to switch you guys off of my drone mode here in a second. And then we're going to switch you guys to regular mode. There we go. Now it should just be me. Hello. What'd you guys think of that flight? I'd say that was probably one of our most scenic flights that we've done together, huh? All right, another good flight to log on to the books here with our little guy here, Sky Chopper 420 version 2.0. But yeah, we'll kick it here in the chat. Give me a second. Let me just put this away. Like I said, I just wanted to say good morning to everybody and kind of welcome everybody to the to today's festivities and give kind of everybody a little itinerary and what to expect. And also invite you guys, just in case you didn't check out yesterday's stream, to check it out. It was only about a 3-hour stream, if that. Saw a lot of cool different stuff. I got to check out my stuff that I got this morning. I thought it was cool. Actually, I'll share it with you guys here in a second. Don't take off. Especially because it was a little bit kind of dark last night and it was hard to see stuff and I was trying to be careful. But let me show you what I picked up yesterday. It was really cool. Do you switch cam with laptop? So, I don't have a laptop. I've actually figured out a way where I'm streaming off of Prism. So, there's two ways you can do it. You can stream off of a laptop and just use RTMP to stream from the drone to the laptop or YouTube. But I figured out a way where I've had it set up through the RTMP on Prism Labs. So that way, because here's what happens. If, say, you do it the first option through the laptop, once you end the stream on the drone, it ends the stream. Doop. But I figured out a way through Prism Labs or through Mobile Prism Studio where I can use their RTMP feature. That way, once I end the stream off of here, it just continues on to my regular stream without having to end the whole stream. So it basically allows me to kind of switch over back and forth from an RTMP stream back to a regular mobile stream, which if you followed me on my birthday stream, I even tested it this way. Check this out, Rezzed Out. I was able to do a regular mobile stream like we're doing now. I switched over to the drone, so I gave you guys an aerial view. Then I switched over to my my GoPro and was able to jump in the water and actually stream under the water with you guys. Then we strapped the GoPro to my Rio, my dog Rio, and let my dog stream. So we literally streamed from 4 different streams on the same stream. Is this like old Sandpepper stuff? Because I've been trying to look for stuff on the Fed site about him. Or did he get in some new trouble there, Mr. Priest? Because if it's the old stuff, I need some people to send me some info because I did a search on the federal case website, basically their version of their court case search, and nothing came up on it. Now, maybe I put his name incorrectly, but I think I got it all spelled correctly. But if you have any info, send it to me. The old stuff, well, okay, that's what I figured. I'm working on that. That's been a work in progress, my friend. That project's been going on for over a year or two now. So... see, that's like when I said I want to move the channel on to bigger and better things. That's a great example of something that I've been working on that I've been kind of, I mean,
If I had more info to share, I would, but, you know, that's something that I know is important. You know, that's something that would expose what some of the people already alleging is a scammer and has done some pretty shady stuff already, you know, financially, legally, and et cetera, you know. And there is a reason why he's not back in the USA, and I'm sure it pisses him off, because that guy's all about the money, and he knows he can make a lot of shekels streaming here in the USA. So, don't worry, NJCOURTSTV is on it. Yeah, I've never used Streamlabs, Resdown. I'm just very familiar with Prism, and then now OBS, and then, of course, StreamYard. But, yeah, this is it. This little bad boy. So anybody interested in a drone right now, they've got some killer deals for Prime Day. You can pick up a DJI Neo for $150. Doesn't even require a remote to fly. That one's pretty badass. And you can also set it up for an FPV drone. They've got the Mini 4K, which is similar to this one. That one's at $250 versus $300. That includes a remote. And then if you want something like my setup with the Mini 3, with a fancy remote like this one here with the screen already built in, they've got that combo for $450, down from $550. That's a deal. But see, for me to stream, I have to use this setup here with the regular remote, because it needs the processing power from the phone to stream. The newer remotes with the built-in screen, this is the original one, the RC. The RC2, the newer one, it's got the processing power, so you don't need a phone. You can stream off of this. But you can only do it up to 720. If you want to do 1080 streaming, you got to use the setup I have there. But I usually just set it. Dude, why stream in 1080? It's better just doing 720. Nobody notices a difference. Plus, for data services or data purposes, I always just stream smoother when I set it to 720. But yeah, man, if you're really interested in a drone setup, this one right here, $450 on Amazon right now. You can't go wrong. That is a steal. All right, let me put away some of my gear before I get too excited. You know I love talking about drones. I will give you a bit of advice to any of my new drone owners. Whenever you're taking off your little knobs here, do it over something, because you're always going to either not screw it on right and it's going to fall, or when you unscrew it, you're going to have butterfingers and it's going to fall. You drop that stuff like something down here on the ground. This would be easy to find, even though it probably would be hard. But imagine if you drop that like in some grass like that. Good luck finding that. So here's what I do. Here's what I do. This is my little setup here in my little box. See, I went fancy, so I got the, 2 remotes, so that way I can stream, this is my streaming remote. This is the remote I use when I don't stream and I fly, because it's just so much easier not having to connect your phone, turn on your phone. You just turn this bad boy on and boom, you're up flying in a minute, But yeah, so I've got 2 remotes. The one with the built-in and then the regular. I've got the 3 battery setup, so I've got 1, 2, 3 batteries. I've got the 3 battery charger combo, so I can charge all 3 and a remote at the same time. But here's what's cool. Out of these 3, this one right here is what they call a pro battery. So these give you an estimated flying time of 38 minutes, 38 each battery. This one's supposed to give you 52 minutes. Let's see. What does NJ and his dad feel about freedom of speech? I don't know what my dad has to do with it, but you can ask me. What up, Grunge? What does NJ feel about freedom of speech and the vice president coming into fire? Yeah, I don't like anything of what's going on right now. I'm not a big fan of what happened to Jimmy Kimmel. I don't even watch Jimmy Kimmel. Was it Jimmy? Yeah, it was Jimmy Kimmel. That shit is crazy when you literally can... If you guys... I don't know if you've been watching all that, but just the... if you know all the little insights of the tie-in that the FCC president has right now with the president of the United States, and basically the reason why he coerced a broadcasting company, Disneyland, into shutting up a broadcaster, a journalist, somebody like me, another journalist, obviously on a lot bigger side. But yeah, I don't like that at all, dude. That shit is crazy, bro. That's starting to scare me. You guys know me. I'm a huge advocate of freedom of speech, okay? With that, like I said before, there's good and bad things. But when you've got your own president basically impeding a constitutional right, that's insane. Bro, it's like the actors, Sanchez. You know, have you ever seen like Tom Hanks before he's gonna get into a movie role? You know, sometimes when they gotta be like a homeless guy. That's what I'm doing right now, bro. Remember, I'm working on an ultimate skullet, dude. So yeah, it's gonna be a little rough for right now, but we're basically at the point where I got the sides. Really, the sides are like that. The back. So we're ready, man. We're ready to Benjamin Franklin. It took me 6-7 months, but we're ready. So I think we're going to get it trimmed up before the balloon fiesta. That way I look all sharp for balloon fiesta time. But I agree. Definitely needs to be trimmed up. But yeah, we're ready for the ultimate skull. Well, you guys can call it skull. I call it the Benjamin Franklin. But yes, Grunge 77, back to what we were talking about. Horrible. And, I mean, it's sad because you saw how people went crazy with the No Kings protest, right? As a journalist, I wish there was more of us that could come together and do a protest of that size, you know, for what happened recently. And I guess as what I can do as a person that's a journalist, a YouTuber, is just keep doing what I'm doing, you know, and enjoying my freedom of speech and continuing to advocate for freedom of speech. So, kind of had to do that yesterday. Ran into a little incident with some haters and some callers, but we handled it. And I hope other streamers saw the way I handled that. That's how you do it. And we took care of that problem, you know. Again, just somebody trying to impede this channel's freedom of speech, which is insane because I don't know if they realize myself, my family, my fellow brothers and sisters in arms are one of the reasons why people in this country have that freedom of speech. Same haters that are trying to impede my freedom of speech, but that's the country we live in, unfortunately. Well, here's the thing, Jose. That's the great thing about our country. Everybody can have their own opinion. And as long as we have a constitutional right, okay, that protects those opinions, then we have to follow those laws, whether we agree with it or not. Because if we stop following those laws, that's when anarchy happens, okay? It's kind of like what happens in court. You're a great example of it, okay? How many times have you been let off, right? And how many times have you had people saying you shouldn't have been let off? You yourself said, yeah, I should be let off. But how about those people that said you shouldn't have been let off? You follow me? And those people, what they're probably thinking is you were let off because of our judicial system failing us. You're thinking I was let off because I didn't do anything wrong and the judicial system did its right thing. You see, there's always two sides to a story, my friend. And again, all of us have those awesome constitutional rights because of the brothers and sisters that have died for those rights. Oh yes. Still rocking my beautiful... You know how many compliments I get on this bad boy? When I was at the state fair, because you know at the state fair you got a lot of country people. Again, that's your opinion. And the fact that you're now saying it's a fact, and fact is spelled F-A-C-T, FYI, that just speaks on how much you need to educate yourself even more about our Constitution. And more specifically, the First Amendment. Because I'm sure there's a lot of people that will disagree with you. And there's a lot of people that will agree with you, Mr. Sanders. That's what makes us America. Now, I don't really even agree with that. I'm not a really big fan of being a bipartisan. I wish we could all just unite and be one. But that's probably going to take some time. But hopefully we'll get to that. And when I mean by one, I mean the right way. Not like a dictatorship where there's just one person or where the people rule and there's no government. No, 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 no. There's a way to balance things. You know me, I'm a huge advocate of balance. The yin to the yang. Okay, yin to the yang has been around for tens of thousands of years, man. Shit goes back to ancient times, the Chinese dynasty times. Okay, balance is important in your body. Balance is important in just life.
I try to, you know, advocate balance from people that are watching a lot of YouTube, including myself, you know. Advocate, you know, spreading some of your daily life with, you know, enjoying stuff that you like to do, working, because we have to survive and eat, but also maybe not filling your life with so much toxicity. But I get it. We like a little bit of drama. Drama makes life interesting. But when you surround yourself and put too much of that in your life, it'll turn you into those people that you're watching and saying, oh man, I don't want to be like that. Next thing you know, 3 months of watching that, you're acting like those people, talking like those people, and you don't even realize it, because that's how delusionally gone and how far you got into this environment that the internet created. It's very sad what the internet's created. I mean, obviously there's now people that here in probably a couple of years, you're going to have doctors, psychiatrists, psychologists that are going to be diagnosing a lot of internet related issues, you know, psychology, PTSD related stuff. It's going to get bad. I mean, look at all these people now that have been radicalized by the internet and all these little communities, okay, like the one that I'm speaking against, insulism. These last 2 shooters that have been involved with the Charlie Kirk shooting, the one that was involved right recently with the shooting at the ICE detention facility, they've already said facts. You like to speak facts, Jose? It's already been facts the FBI put out, if you believe the FBI and what the media's put out. Again, I always say do your own investigation into things. But let's just say you're rolling with everybody says. Well, the facts are that they said both those people had a lot of stuff that they downloaded, a lot of propaganda that they downloaded off the internet. And I can guarantee you, they already confirmed with the Charlie Kirk assassin that he was a very dedicated member of the old, what do they call it? I call it Petacord, but I guess it's called Discord. And I can guarantee you this other individual is they're gonna find some Discord stuff. Guarantee you. Guarantee you. All right, my friends. Anything else? Those are some very good questions and very good chats. I've enjoyed that. But yeah, I'm gonna go have some breakfast though here in a bit. But if you guys have any other questions, please let me know. But see, those are the conversations I like having, man. And that's what I want this channel to focus on more. Not politics. I'm not a big fan of politics. But, you know, let's talk about some stuff that affects all of us, you know. Not just a little community of 10 people. What up, Bridget? Yeah, I mean, I have my opinion just like everybody else does in the chat, but there's a few platforms, including YouTube. You know, I think YouTube needs to be a little bit more regulated or at least looked into a little bit more by the federal government, just to make sure that they're complying with their own terms of service and things like that. Nothing's perfect in this world, but the sad thing is a lot of these, like, you know, platforms, you know, again, I won't be specific in naming any, these little things that people overlook can lead to some really serious and bad things, you know. You got some people that are now hurting themselves, you know, taking their own lives because of what ChatGPT says, you know. That's literally a made up AI program that you have now our teens and youth and even adults of all ages, not even going to blame our youth, that are now utilizing that as basically a companion. There's people that are having relationships now with this ChatGPT character, which, hey, you know, I think to a point it's a good and a bad thing, but I think there are some people that are obviously, oh man, we missed the train coming by. That would have been such a cool drone shot to get the train. Damn it, that's what I was actually hoping. Let me show you. I'm sure you can hear in the background, but I was actually hoping we were going to catch the train rolling by when I had the drone up, but damn. Well, I would have had plenty of battery because I have 2 other new batteries, but oh well, sometimes you get them and sometimes you can't get them all. But yeah, man, back to what I was saying. Sorry, I kind of got distracted with the train. Anyways, it wasn't important. But yeah, that's why, like I said, I like to push the channel from focusing more on world events. You know, not necessarily world stuff that affects all of us, you know. We got a lot of viewers from all different parts of the United States, all different parts of the country, the world. So I like to cover news that, you know, allows everybody to kind of participate in, keeps everybody up to date on stuff. Well, that's, you know, why grunge? That's because the government's already started putting some what's the word I'm trying to look for? Well, they've already penalized, but they've put some limitations and have changed the way the policies and how these programs work now. For example, if you were to ask like ChatGPT anything having to do with like psychological issues, probably some borderline health things, it's not going to answer your question anymore. It'll just refer you to some generic, you know, type of answer. So, hey, remember, a lot of y'all that are getting upset about the president now are voted for him, which is okay. You can always change your opinion. Mine's always change. There's people at he won't be the first and won't be the last person that makes promises that they don't fulfill. And I'm not even bagging on our current president. Most presidents, probably all presidents that have been president of the United States, I'm talking, you know, mid 1900s and up, probably never fulfill any of the shit they say. But that's what should change. If you're gonna promise it, just do it, man. And if you can't get to everything, then don't promise a bunch of things. You know what I mean? Alright, let's not put that there, because that's... Man, if I should have brought my rod. I just remembered while I was coming up here, it was already too late, that it was National Fishing Weekend, and I could have gone fishing for free, but it's alright. I need to get a license anyways for next year. Because I got invited to do some, well, we're going to be doing some fishing, awesome fishing this year, but that's going to be in a different state. But for New Mexico, I need to get a yearly license. When we do fishing this season on our IRL road trip, we'll just get a day pass or like a weekend pass. But yeah, I'm going to be doing some fishing. What up, Electric Crystals? I'm going to be doing some fishing on our road trip coming up here, our Midwest road trip coming up here in October. Oh, dude, Aaron, we're going to have fishing content. I mean, come on. You guys saw what we did on the the California road trip. I have to top that road trip off. So think that times 2, but now in the Midwest. And during Halloween, scary time. Ooh. You know, it's my favorite time. That's why I'm having a blast. Oh, yeah, I was going to show you guys what I picked up at the Morgan Crypt Fest yesterday for day 1. Let's go. Let me show you guys. Actually, you know what? I'm going to bring it out here because there's nice lighting here and I got a lot of room to work with. All right, give me a second. Hang out here. I'm going to walk my stuff to the car really quick. And then I'll grab my other bag. Actually, I can just do that. Give me a second. Oh, I need my keys. Keys are kind of important. All right, I'm back. Did I ever show you guys my little badass little mallet pencil I got? They gave this away at the state fair. I should have, dude. I mean, obviously I'm never going to steal, but I should have asked the lady if I could have took like 10 of them. But yeah, look at order in the fucking court. All right. So let me see. Let me show you what we got yesterday, bro. I'm stoked, man. I got to check it out in the light better today. And I love what I got. As a matter of fact, I kind of don't even want to go back into the vending section anymore because they got so much cool stuff there. I already know I'm going to go. Yeah, I can't, you know. But let's start with the pins first, and then I'll save what I love the best for last. But don't get me wrong, I love my pins. And like I said, we're going to do a giveaway, so we're going to give away a few of these things. But, so I've got pin number 1. This is for the haters, although I won't be in hell, hopefully not. Praise God. But we got the ghosty in hell. This is from the movie The Terrifier. That's your main character, the scary, creepy clown. This company here is 505 Horror Company, local company out of here in Albuquerque, New Mexico that makes this stuff. What up, Balloon Nut? Yeah, definitely Grandpa Monster. I'll take that for sure. Check this out. What up, Triple R? Oh man, let's see. I guarantee you, trying to figure out where he's going to get his next score at, and whether he should go live or not because he needs $5 more to get it. That's what I think. All right, this is going to be for Papa Courts. Hell yeah! No, I agree, man. Who's the one that made the word hell bad? You know what I mean? How do we know what hell is really called? It says "Get in, loser." It's got the little alien kind of out in the desert. I actually like it because it's got the desert and the mountain kind of landscape, and I like the colors. And this one's my favorite. This one's already gifted to somebody, but this one was my favorite, and I knew they would like it, and I already showed it to them. They said they liked it, so I'm excited. But the OG Poltergeist, these are pins. All right, so love the pins we got, honestly, and I'm glad that we got them from a local artist. Super stoked about that. I mean, basically, even if they're not local, everybody at these vending shows, everybody's an artist for the most part. You know, they're making, it's their craft, they're putting a lot of work. I mean, what I'm going to show you next is art right here. Okay, this is sick. And I can't believe I had a few people in chat that were still talking. I mean, that's why I said there's always that 1%. Everybody has their opinion, but how can you hate on this, man? This was so sick as shit. So let me talk about the box first before I... Oh, I don't want to show you guys. I'm going to... For those that didn't see it. All right, so this company... Not company. The artist is called Monster Boxes. This is just one of the items they do. They have so much cool shit, okay? Too much cool shit. So I got one of their monster boxes. And the artist's name, or their troupe, is Left Hand Asylum. And they make monster boxes. So this is the box. Okay. And let me show you what came in that. Are you guys ready? So I'm going to just start with the back. So this is the back. It's a little stash box. I got it as a little stash box. Oh God, no! Somebody sent me that story, Triple R. That is the biggest bullshit. So I actually clicked on the link to the. They shared the video, so you can click on the link. It was an IG share, bro. I couldn't even listen to the first like 2 minutes of that, and then had to shut it off. That was the most not only disgusting and far out story I've ever heard, because he's talking about beating a dog, but that guy is so fucking delusionally gone. It's sad, bro. All right, check this shit out. This is it right here, bro. You don't even understand. He had probably like 30 of these you could pick from. Each of them was awesome. Each of them had their own unique eyes. But this one I liked because it had the cool color that I liked. It had the cool eyes is what attracted me. The eyes is what was cool on this one. Yeah, he was claiming that it was attacking an old woman, and that's why he said he would have killed it if he had to, if he had it. It was bad, bro. And it's crazy because all his shit is just lies. So imagine talking delusional shit like that. But yeah, you can do whatever you want. But ooh, let me show you what else I got. Hey, thanks, Balloon Nut. I mean, yeah, what type of guys get excited about a little... Probably a girl would use this for a jewelry box. I'm going to use it for a stash box. You know what I mean? It's got two little locks on the end, little latches, and then check it out. I already got it felt lined. Oh, yes, and I already got it stashed. Check out what I got stashed in there. This is what I'm going to use it for. This is actually mine. I'm not giving anything away in here. This was all me. Now, the pins, I'm going to give away some of those. I already gave away 2 of them, and the other 3 I'm going to do as a little giveaway. That's why I got the pins. But this one's for me. So I'll give you their information. Just go type in on Google Left Hand Asylum. I'll show you. They have a website. Actually, I think I have their card. Hold on.
I don't even want to go on their web. Dude, you'll see. They got so much cool. They had, like, what caught my attention was they had soap dispensers, the pump soap dispensers. And they basically do this, but with the pump soap dispensers. So they make the soap dispenser look like a It was sick. I think I have their card right here. Oh, this is the FX. Oh, okay. This is a cool. This girl, I met her, the artist. I'm going to show you what she made. This is cool. I'll have to look for the electric crystals. The name, I'll give you the name, but I thought I had their card. I might have misplaced it, but actually I had one in my pocket. This could be it. But this one, this is for the artist that I'm about to show you their stuff next. This one was cool as hell, dude. She's an SFX artist, Kaylin Marie Special Effects. There's her links. Check this out. This is what I got my little jewelry stash box for. Let's start with the tooth. This is all handmade. What's up, Kelly? This is for my Halloween getup. This is made out of clay and hand painted. So I got me the bloody tooth necklace. Get your tooth knocked out. And then to kind of match it, look at this. I got the tongue. Yeah, I'm weird like that. Yeah, it's got the little cool little felt line. All handmade artist box, dude. This box, thank you. See, I had people that'll appreciate this shit. I was like, dude, these are dope. So yeah, it's here. Let me show you the box one more time for you, so that way if you want to check one out. Like I said, they got all sorts of stuff. This was their monster boxes. They got a zillion stuff they do, but it's Left Hand Asylum. Yeah, let me put it away before I break it. But yeah, I love it. See, I already got it stashed with my cool. I love this one, dude. They had so many of them that it was so hard to make my decision. But this one I liked, and then you guys in chat helped me pick this from the other one I was looking. I just like the cool eyes on it and the color. Monster boxes. And I could use a cool stash box like this. I'm going to put this next to my spoods, next to all my other Halloween stuff. Locks on both ends. Booyah. Nice, fancy little cute box. Oh, there's the artist right there. Number 708, Left Hand Asylum. I actually think he makes these boxes too. These are all handmade. That's why they're a little expensive, because you can see where he cut and glued these here. So I don't think he just goes and buys a regular box and then does this. He makes the box itself too. That's why, you know, they're a little pricey. This one was $40, but bro, I've spent $40 on much stupider shit. I love it. I really like this. You don't need this, honestly. I don't even want to go back to the vendor section because I know I'd get another one of these. And I just need one. You know, this will be my special one right here. But yeah, this thing is so fucking cool, bro. I fell in love with this thing right away. When I opened it up this morning to check it out, because, you know, it was dark last night when I got to the car, I was like, oh, it's just like I remembered. Even better. I got to put some more bubble wrap around this here. But yeah, that's it. No, not bad for something, honestly. Yesterday, listen, I spent a week and a half at the fair where you're literally spending $18 to $22 for a turkey leg, okay? All right, I mean, a fucking water cost you $4 to $6, okay? So to get something that's handmade, all 100% handmade, and let me tell you this. So when I walked around the vendor section, right? Everybody, for the most part, got their own kind of different stuff, but a lot of people sell kind of a lot of the same stuff, right, or same type of things. I walked around everywhere. I saw not one other person selling anything even close to this. Not even, like, not something even similar, nothing even close to it. He was and here's the thing. I'm sure he has a lot of them, but I guarantee you, as soon as he sells out of the ones, that's it. You know what I mean? Because they're all unique, all different. So if I like this one and I came back tomorrow, it might not even be there. So I'm glad I got the one yesterday because those were the ones he just put out. I got to pick out of a lot of good selection ones, and I got the one I liked. I mean, let me just put it this way. Where I got this stuff, she was selling these badass, like, basically she goes and buys teddy bears and stuffed animals, and then she's a special effects artist, like a horror special effects artist. So what she does is turn a regular teddy bear into like a killer teddy bear. And she uses all sorts of stuff, you know. I mean, they looked awesome, bro. I thought she was going to ask like $100 to $200 for these things. That's why I wasn't even going to ask her. I wanted one so bad, right? These two ladies walk by and they're like, how much for this one? She's like, 30, 40 bucks. How about 35? I was like, no way. So then the one I wanted to get, the lady grabbed the rabbit one, bro. But they were badass, man, for 30, 40 bucks, you know. And she's just a young artist, you know. I got these two for, let me keep my voice down. I'm getting a little loud. I got these two here for 12 bucks. And this is handmade, you know. Handmade, 12 bucks. You know, that's cool. I'm actually going to wear these today. But, yeah, man. Let me put this in my stash box really quick. But, yeah, I thought a lot of this stuff was very fair. Then I saw some people that had some stuff that I was like, woo-wee, good luck with that. I mean, when you start asking over $100 for stuff, you got to start selling some pretty creative, original shit. You know what I mean? Because that's when people start turning on that, well, you know, what else can I get for $100 type of shit, you know? Which you shouldn't. You know, everything's unique. Art is art. But, you know, if you're like me, you start, you know, when you get to a certain price range on stuff, you start comparing it to things, you know, like, oh, man, $100 and, you know, $300 more dollars and get another badass drone. And this guy wants, you know, $100 for a 3D printed, hand-painted sculpture. You know, that's badass, but no, this thing for the price, I said I was going to get one fancy little thing. I'm happy I got my little thing. It's unique. I saw nobody else with it. And really cool piece of art. And it's something that I could afford. Yeah, I mean, they had, then trust me, they had some stuff that I'm sure was well worth the hundreds of dollars they're asking. But, you know, most of your people ain't walking around with that type of spending cash at these conventions, you know. They want to walk out with, you know, a lot of stuff for $100, not one thing for $100, you know. So I think I said this one was 40. I spent $10 on the pins. I thought I spent 20 on the pins. It was just 10. And then I bought the two necklaces for 12. So that's 40, 50, 62 bucks. I got all that stuff. I'm happy. And I got to meet a lot of cool people. Oh, I got some free... Oh, did I get... I thought I got... Yeah, I got a few freebies. Some stickers. One of the people that was making soap, they were giving out little, you know, they make little, like, for example, there was a lot of people making soap, right? And they do all sorts of cool soap stuff. Like, don't get me wrong, all the soap stuff was awesome. But again, it was soap, right? So it was just whether one person made it in black and white, one person made it in black and orange. Some people had soap in the shape of, you know, skulls and pumpkins. Some people had some that were more like, you know, witchcraft style type, you know, but at the end of the day, it's still a soap product. You follow me? The monster box, not one other one. I don't know, not that Amy. I don't know. See, you're the first person that's told me that a furry con would be something fun and interesting. Maybe I shouldn't judge, see? That's why I hate the, what is that word again, when people kind of like just ultimately make a judgment off of something because they profile it, kind of, when you kind of assume something. Yeah, I'm trying not to do that anymore. So maybe I will give it a try. Hey, I'll always go check out something once. May not come back to it, but we'll always go check out something once. I'm trying to give coverage to everything, so. All right. Let's do a little time check. Okay, good, because I got it, you know, for purposes of YouTube, I do got to keep it PG-13. Although my counterparts, like Ski Mask Annie, tend to get away with a lot of other worse stuff and are still around. That's an example, prime example right there of how YouTube doesn't even follow their own TOS. Look at how many channels that bozo has, how many channels he's been kicked off of, still kicked off of YouTube, mind you. Still has 3 channels, still goes back and forth. He figured out how to manipulate the system, does it well, and, you know, manages to say the things he's done and get away with it for how many years now, going on, what, six years? Saying some of the most horrible stuff, making some of the most worst threats. I mean, that guy's covered it all, from Chomo shit to making death threats, you know, everything. But anyways, let's not talk negative. But he was just a good example, you know, of, like I said, how even YouTube has failed their own TOS, you know. I mean, you guys realize how much stuff that, like, let's just put it this way, right? So, you know, if like YouTube did something fucked up, right, and I try to report on it, it wouldn't even make it onto the, nobody would watch it. It would probably get immediately like shadow banned, right? So think about all the other stuff that goes on. Like, imagine if we could, and we can, it's public information. Well, here's the thing. It may not be public information because YouTube is not a government entity. YouTube is a private company. So a lot of the FOIA laws don't cross over or continue on the same with the private company versus how they work with a public entity, okay, government entity. So where I'm going with this is example is could you imagine if you were to be able to look up the numbers against YouTube as how many lawsuits against them, how many complaints, how many criminal complaints have been filed against them? It would probably scare people. But how are we really going to know? And who's going to be able to report on it, right? What other platform other than YouTube? I mean, there's some other ones, but they all work the same, right? You know, that's why Elon Musk bought Twitter. You got to ask yourself, what is a guy who's into tech, you know, I'm talking like launching people into space, interested in a journalist, you know, a journalism company, a social platform, because of the power that he has being able to influence people on a platform like that and then controlling what is said on a platform like that. That's scary. That move, and I'm sure a lot of people know that, but for some of you all that didn't realize that, there's a lot of stuff behind why people and these elites buy certain companies and things like that, you know. Not to mention a lot of the tax breaks and things they get away with, you know, buying stuff, doing nonprofits, all this sorts of crazy shit. It's crazy, man. Yeah, exactly. Definitely always a fine line, because at the end of the day, I do work for myself. I am an independent journalist, but in order to get my stuff broadcasted, I have to count on a platform to do it, right? Who am I without the platform, you know? I'd have to start over another platform, and that platform can do the same thing. So ultimately, to be my own entity, I would have to start a www.NJCOURTSTV.com website and still be able to have a programmer figure out how to program basically a chat style way to where I can, you know, stream onto my website, you know, which it can be done, but a lot of money, a lot of time. So people use the convenience of these platforms like YouTube, Twitch, Twitter, you know, every platform now allows you to stream. Remember back in the days, to stream, you used to have, one, there wasn't too many platforms that did streaming, and two, even to stream, you had to have a certain amount of subscribers, followers. There was a lot of, like, you know, now pretty much anybody can click on a stream, and, you know, you start saying the shit that people want to hear, whether it's good or bad. You can be a nobody, and next thing you know, have an audience of 5,000 people watching you in minutes. I've seen it. Have you ever done what they call doom scrolling, you know, on YouTube? Like, basically, you can't sleep. It's like 3, 2 in the morning, and you're just doing that on the short little videos. You ever notice those live feeds that come on? It's like some dude in China just cutting some fish heads, nasty, stupid shit. Nobody'd be interested, but there's like 5,000 people watching some guy in China just ta-ta-ta-ta-ta-chanka, ta-ta-ta-ta-ta-chanka. And it's like, really? But hey, to each their own, you know what I mean? But that's what I'm talking about, you know, just that one guy who usually wouldn't even have a channel, because of the power of the internet and him being able to stream, is now granted, those people are watching him do that, but he could take that opportunity when he has 5,000 people watching to all of a sudden start spreading some crazy rhetoric. Now, yeah, people would probably start leaving, but that's just an example. What I'm saying is it's very easy to garner in a big audience and start spreading false information these days, and that's what's scary, man. Media is just as responsible for it, bro. That's why I like staying independent. I don't have to work for a boss or a company that tells me what I can and can't post. You guys realize, like, most of these media companies you guys watch your local news on, they're all owned by the same company, Nexstar. There's a few of them, big ones, okay? So, for example, say you were to watch a broadcast from a morning news station in New York City that's owned by the same company, right? I can guarantee you, if you were to put that broadcast from New York City right next to, say, one from Houston, Texas, say they own another one in Houston, Texas, it's the same teleprompter, all right? The people are going to be saying the same things, same stories. And that's scary, because you ask yourself, how can you literally have the same news? I mean, I get it when you're doing national world news, But basically, they're not unique to each region, to each story anymore, to the journalist. You know, it used to be back in the days, a journalist was responsible for writing up their own story, going out and finding a story. They don't do that shit no more. It's basically, if you look pretty and you can read a teleprompter, that's who they hire as those people that tell the news, a news anchor, excuse me, because there's a difference between an anchor and a journalist. But most of your anchors are journalists or come from a journalist background. Well, they should. These days, they probably are models or ex-football player, basketball player, right? Same footage. There you go, Aaron. Same. There's a website that they did this years ago, or not website, a channel, really good channel that they did one a side-by-side like that, bro. They took like, it wasn't even just 2 channels. They took like probably over 25 to 50 channels. They put them all next to each other, and that's how they showed you the example of just, it was scary, bro. That woke me the fuck up when I saw that. I was like, that is insane. That, I mean, not even, I don't even want to like start on it, because like I said, it's just negative, stupid shit. Most people are aware of it, you know. Doesn't take anybody too smart to figure out that the media is, just like any other corporate company, is influenced by some bigger people. But yeah, nice, man. Look at this view, bro. I love this weather. Fucking overcast. It's probably like high 70s, low 80s. I mean, this is perfect running, walking, biking, hiking weather. Woo, it's already going to be 11, so I got some time to charge up, maybe take a little nap. I'm tired. I didn't sleep very well last night. You never sleep good when you're in your car, you know, because you always got to kind of be a little bit awake. You know, it's like you sleep with one eye open. But, yeah, today I was tired, though. We stayed up a little late last night, and I was on the road all day, so. But, hey, we're still in it, man. If I was able to do 2 weeks in California, well, this we can still do a few more days. But yeah, good weather for what's going to be a good day today. So like I said, here when I log off, I'll be back here in a few hours. I hope you guys can catch me. If not, the VODs will be up so you guys can check it out. Last night's VOD's up, so if you want to kill some time, check it out. And then we'll continue the festivities today at the 2025 Morgue and Crypt Horror Festival, Albuquerque, New Mexico. All right, guys, have a great rest of your Saturday morning. I appreciate everybody hanging out with me on this little Saturday morning chat talk. You know, like we used to do a walk and talk. We'll call this a fly and talk, all right? So had fun with you guys on this nice little fly and talk, and we'll see you guys very soon. If we don't see you guys later, have a great rest of your weekend. Stay safe, have fun, and hashtag go touch some grass. Love you guys. Thank you for all my mods for being here this morning. Thank you for all the members of the jury for being here and all your continued support. And thank you for all the viewers, whether you love me, hate me, or you're somewhere in between. Oh, man, I think I got a little ski mask Andy going on. I hope that's not a little pimple or boil. Oh, it's a little sensitive. Oh, man, I better start. If I hit it now, maybe that'll keep it from growing. Uh-oh. Please pray for me that I don't get a ski mask boil on my nose, please. All right, guys, we'll see you in a bit. Peace. NJ Courts is officially, well, I can't scream it because every fisherman here will want to kill me. NJ Courts is officially out of here. Peace.